Hey, hey, hey. What's up, everybody? It's Friday. You know what that means. It's pizza day. Oh, God. I got another phone. I'm going to have to take care of that in just a second because I'm hearing an echo in my own space, and it's driving me crazy. But it is just me. It's another phone. I just got to plug in something so I don't hear it. But I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you've had a great week. It is Friday. We'll see what's going to be going on in the markets. It looks like we've got some pumpage going on, but we'll talk about that in just a second here. But GM, welcome to the show. It is 9 a.m., so let's get it going. Go ahead, smash the like, hit the heart, do the things that you got to do if you are watching the live stream, which, by the way, thank you so much for watching the live stream. And if you are here in the space, you know the drill. Raise your hand if you want to speak. Go to the bottom right, hit the multiplier. Do the things that you got to do if you want to be a part of the show. What's up? What's up, my people? Guess what? We got some winners. Yesterday, we did on the afternoon show, which was massive, by the way. Had a huge crowd for that, which is really cool. We are giving away $500 in the VHS token. I got those winners ready to go. So at the end of the show, you're going to find out who's taking home some money. Now, the question is, are we picking 10 $50 winners? Or are we picking 5 $100 winners? What y'all think?
I'd say 5 $100 winners, but that's just me.
Okay. All right. Anyone else?
I can agree with that. So, for next Friday, that'll be nice to do $100 for somebody.
I definitely didn't hear a word you said.
Let me just step out of the shower for 1 second. I think we should do like $100 for 5 people.
Dude, throw those things in the trash. Those headphones are garbage.
He agreed with me.
Huh?
He said 5 $100 winners.
Okay. All right. I'm with that. There it is. So 2 out of 2 spoke. $5 $100 winners. Nobody said 5, 10, $50 winners. So.
And that's the only reason why I'm here, because I heard there was money being given away. So that's,
Nice. What's up, dude? How the heck are you?
Great entrance.
Oh.
Great entrance.
I don't know, man. It's been crazy. You get into cryptocurrency, think you're going to be Elon Musk, and I ended up becoming Bob Barker and a cross between Gordon Ramsay. So I don't know.
Oh, that was good. What are you? You're an idiot sandwich. That's
Green-
the best.
Green
yeah,
burgers kill people.
Yeah, I mean, we launched we went back to TG, man. So that was a huge thing but we're no longer giving Gotti away. I'm just giving Solana away. So we completely pivoted our system. So there's zero Gotti. No one can win any Gotti anymore.
That's smart.
So they can win shitloads of Solana. So, but
You gotta buy that. You gotta buy that Gotti, all right? You gotta country clubs.
Yeah.
Country clubs don't give out fucking memberships. Okay, that's not what happens when you join the elite. You don't get a membership given to you. You fucking buy into it because you love it and you want to be there.
Yeah, that's what we did. I told my community, I said, we're doing a tit for tat, so they have to, again, in order to get the Solana prizes, they have to hold a certain amount of Gotti. And, I said, it's very punitive. So you get the Gotti, we give you the Solana, you get more Gotti, and it opens up more prize windows. It's all tiered, and I just think that that's just the way. But from a legal aspect, because I'm still registered with FINRA, so the SEC knows who my ass is. They know my name, they know my address, they know everything. So
well, it's better. Hey, really quick, it's better that they know your name and your address than your ass. Because if they know your ass, bro, you've been doing some weird shit.
Yeah, I don't want my Yeah, they're very. We let them keep on focusing over on CZ Binance and FTX and Sam and all those guys. So
Yep.
No, so we just. But when I'm giving away, Solana, it's not Gotti. So it really opens the freaking door to be able to do a lot of stuff that I want to do. But now I can do. So having fun, man. This is you gotta have fun in this space.
What do you think? Hey, as an OG to the space, someone who's been here for a lot longer than us. What the fuck do you think about $90,000 Bitcoin, 93.4 the other day? I mean, man, this happened so much faster. We're closer to 100 than, when we probably all thought. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, I still hold a substantial amount of Bitcoin. I mean, also my kids, you know, it's all set aside for them. I mean, it was like, I looked at the portfolio and I was like, holy shit, you know, it's like, I mean, at this point, I mean, again, this is coming from somebody who got in Bitcoin at $5. So it just doesn't, you can see the pressure. It's like whack-a-mole, like, you know, everybody in the crypto space is doing everything they can to push it down. I just feel that. I just feel like it goes up, people leverage trade. Oh, we got to short it because it can't go. But there's just such a base that's holding the floor that it just doesn't want to come back down. Yeah, I think the $100,000 is the push, man, to get it to $100,000. Now, what it does after that, I don't know. And we've discussed this many times again. What's the negative event that's going to push this crypto down? I'm just saying, what event are we going to have? I'm not seeing that in the horizon. So that doesn't mean we're going to be $200,000 Bitcoin in 3 weeks. I'm not saying that, but I think this may be a pattern. It may be, we may do this thing, and the pullback retracements, that was the retracement. What do we go down to, 87, 88?
Yeah, 87 something, I think is what it was.
Didn't last long at that. Now it's back at, it's knocking on the door of 90 right now. So
however, I will say, now that we've got a little bit more information, a little bit more days, if you were to go back to let's see, November 13th chart, I'm looking on the 4-hour too, so it gives us a little bit more information than some of the other timelines, and we could probably get a little bit more granular. But we are starting, now we'll see what happens today, but we are starting to see lower highs, right? So, starting with the 13th, we topped out at 93.4. And then with the 14th, we topped out at 91,854. Yesterday, we topped out at 89,843. So we're a little bit higher today with this wick, but the candle on the 4-hour right now it's very equal to where the last one left off. So this one could go either way. And so if we print another lower high, then I think that we're going to see this trend continue, hopefully through the weekend. And I'm okay with that, because I'm one of those assholes that's in a short. I don't care. I understand that the market needs to breathe a little. Now, I do agree with what you said, though, M-Kid, that, we saw this thing rip up and it's got no legs underneath it, no support. However, this $90,000 Bitcoin is being held up very well, with very little support underneath it. So I still am of the firm believer that, being in a short is not a terrible idea. It's a fucking stupid idea in a bull run, yes. But particularly now, I feel like there's a way. Now, yesterday I could have gotten out of it if I wanted to, but I think that we're going to go down. I don't think, look, it's Friday. We have the potential. If it rips after today, then we create another gap. There's no fucking way they're keeping 2 gaps open. That's ridiculous.
Or it's going to settle into, this is the new trading curve. I mean, this is a new trading range. It may just settle in for who knows? We may just be in the upper 80s to midnight. It might go to 95, 96, pull back to 90, push up to 97. We just don't know. It just may settle in this place until the new year. And the orange dude gets into actually assumes the position, assumes the throne.
It's just so fitting. So fitting that Bitcoin is orange and the orange man pumps orange coin.
I don't know. I'm not complaining, man.
That'd be a good meme.
Compared to what it was, we were in the 40s. You remember all that talk? Oh, we'll probably go in the 30s. Yeah. It's when you hear people talking like that makes you really happy. You get really nervous when everybody starts saying it's going to 300,000. I'm like, oh, really? Yeah. I don't know about that. But when people are doomy about it, it's going to go up. And when people are super crazy insane, like this thing's going to $1 million, then that's when you want to use some caution, because probably not going to go to $1 million right now.
No, but
again,
we were looking at some of the math on this yesterday, and I did a measurement, right? So we took the move over the last several days, from about the time where it was, really started pumping up, and if we measured that to like where we were, and this was yesterday before the big dump, but anyway, like that measured move would take us to about 121,000 in like the next 3 to 4 days if we did that same pump that we had, which is absolutely insane to me to think, because most people are calling for about the mid 100s to be the top of the entire cycle.
Mm-hmm. And this is what makes crypto really funny. Do you know how long I had to wait for Bitcoin to hit, like $3,000? I think I was in 6 years before it even hit $3,000.
You know what?
And by the time you guys go to the restroom and have a snack, I mean, Bitcoin can move $3,000.
Dude,
So it's moving in minutes
what it took
or hours.
forever.
What took 7 years to do.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, because there's a lot of people, I've been in the space now for several years, since 2017. You obviously, again, much longer than I. So, your story is a little bit different. But, for many years, I was the fucking weirdo. I was the, what are you doing in crypto kind of guy, right? So now I feel like this year we've got a little bit more validation. But again, your life was changed a lot earlier throughout this than most of ours are currently, right? We weren't on as long. So what do you say to the people that, maybe still have the skeptic in their life, or maybe you still have people in your life that are be like, okay, so maybe you weren't an idiot.
I saw people in my community that are this way. When's it happening? Again, the skeptic is, this is great. It's great that Bitcoin is going up. It's great Ethereum's going up. It's great that Solana's going up. I mean, hell, even Doge is, almost up 85, 90% in the last week. A lot of these things, but these are not the tokens you're going to, unless you're leverage trading the shit out, these are not the tokens you're going to make money in. So it's going to be your meme coins. It's going to be, or utility coins, gaming coins, whatever the case may be, that still has low market cap that can run up really high. Because I think what's going to happen is this is going to get so damn bloated, and we always see this happen in the crypto market. It gets so damn high. Who the fuck wants to buy $130,000 Bitcoin when you can look at some altcoins, some gaming coins, meme coins that are way down, where you could easily 5x, 10x, 20x, 30x. So I think we're going to see, and we've seen this happen throughout the crypto space, where Bitcoin's sucking the air out of the room. I mean, I've seen other projects. I mean, my token alone, meme coins, there's some meme coins that are running up crazy, but there's a lot of meme coins. There's still great meme coins, and they're getting hammered because, again, the money's flowing in. Once this starts to get so bloated, you will start to see that reverse and come out. So you may see some pullback because people are going to pull money out of Ethereum. They're going to pull money out of Bitcoin. They may pull money out of Solana and start to go into these other tokens that have the run up. Because once it starts, I mean, you guys, it gets to be such a juggernaut. It's going to take hundreds of billions. You start talking trillions of dollar market cap, and you come on down to a token that's got $100 million market cap, or 5 million, or 10 million. I mean, those things are just going to look like golden gems, and then those will run up. And then once a lot of people make a lot of money in that, guess what? Once you have a lot of money, you don't want the risk. So you're either going to, if you're in a meme coin or something like that that's stable and can hold, you're going to stay in that, or you're going to start to go buy Ethereum, you're going to buy Solana, you're going to go back to Bitcoin because you want the stability. You may even go to stable coins, because people get nervous, if you got millions and millions of dollars in a token that you're not quite sure who the founder is, who the dev is, or what's going on, people are going to pull back. So then you're going to then have another insurgence up, right? And then the same thing's going to happen again, and then they'll go back down, and then the other tokens. So I think we're going to see a crazy kind of different thing of just Bitcoin increasing, maybe a little pullback, then altcoins increasing, a lot of wealth. But that's where people are going to make their money. No one coming in today. None of it's good. Unless you guys are already multimillionaires, no one's making millions off of Ethereum and Bitcoin unless you're putting millions in.
Facts.
So you have no choice. You have to go to the gaming and meme and utility and these other projects that are low. How
do we think that, in the end of the day, how do we think that the meme coin ecosystem is going to fare when all that does happen, when people do transition towards the last part of the phase of the bull run, where it's all right, we've got to take the risk out, and I want to take this money that I've been in this community coin now for a while, but it's worth like 7, 10 G's, whatever it is, man. Like I could really try to double that up or triple that up or 10x that right now.
So I think that this is where community comes in and people that are present, right? Are the gaming tokens, the meme coins, the communities are strong. This is where the money's going to come in. I think people, just you create a token and there's nobody around and stuff like that. When people start to get some real money. And then again, you guys realize, it doesn't take, a tremendous amount of money on these smaller market cap things to really rock and roll and, create some real winners. So again, I think it's community based. People are going to start to be a little bit, as you get money, people that don't have a lot of money become much more risk takers. People that have a lot of money they're not quite the risk takers, right? When you got a lot of stuff, you're like, whoa, wait a second here. I need to do a little research. Now people are broke. There's no research. Oh, fuck it. Let's just throw it and see, let's hit the table and let's see what the fuck we can get out of this.
Spray and pray,
so
baby.
I think this is where you're going to, yeah. So I think you will start to see as people actually have real money in their crypto portfolio. They're going to be like, yeah, we need another run up because shit, I'm sitting on Bitcoin here. I'm going to get, 10 or 15% of my year money. But dude, I got 20 G's right here that I can throw into something. Let me do some research. Let me find out that the projects that have the potential to run up. And then they buy it, and then it's, just like the domino effect. Once you get one or two people coming into a meme coin gaming token, it goes up. It's up 60%, and it becomes very shiny. And then the next day it's up 80%, and then it runs up and runs up and runs up. And then people take profits, and then it settles out, And then that meme coin gets bigger and bigger, and then that meme coin or gaming token becomes like a store of wealth. It ends up becoming like a Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Because as it runs up at higher in market cap, it gets more stable, which you want, right? And then people take money out of that, then go find the next one. I mean, it's just a cycle. But along the way, it's going to create wealth for a lot of people like it's like nothing else. So that's kind of my perspective, but you can look at the charts. That's kind of how crypto is. But I think this is going to happen at a much quicker pace. Like you're not going to have to wait 7 years more, for Bitcoin to hit $3,000, right? It's moving at a quick pace. So like 7 years from now, I mean, what's Bitcoin? $1 million plus? I mean, I don't think that's out of the question.
No.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean,
next cycle.
Go for it, Mike.
Sure, brother. I think I'm more of like the next cycle when it becomes $1 million. I don't think it's going to hit, that high this cycle. A lot of people are talking about it, though, but it's not going to hit.
Yeah, I would say, this cycle is going to be a little tough to see that happen. I'm with you there, but you never know. Like, you never know when it's going to be, and you never know when, say, the 4-year cycle shifts. And I know that you guys are saying, but the miners. But what about when just the countries start buying it fucking hand over fist? Remember, there's like really only 18 million Bitcoin. A lot of them have been lost. Okay. And like, if you're starting to see these countries buy them to create strategic reserves, and you've got these, our shitty little kingdom of Bhutan is now $1 billion holder in Bitcoin. It's like some other country is going to be like, what? Go fuck yourself. We're going to buy that too. Yeah. Like it's going to be like an arms race for Bitcoin soon. And we could see this thing go to heights like we never thought would happen in a very short period of time, just because of it becomes the digital arms race. Like, who's going to get the Bitcoin?
Right. And I think the biggest deception of anything in any cryptocurrency is when people look at the circulating supply. That is the biggest lie that you could ever read in a number. Oh, it's 19.78 million. No, that's not true. How many Bitcoin are on the market? Like, how many people can go out and buy right now, this second? How many Bitcoin are on the market in the exchanges available for you to buy? It's like, with Gotti, we have 37,600 total supply. You know how many there is right now? 580 tokens. That's all that's available for the world to buy. So it's the same thing with every single cryptocurrency. The circulating supply, people somehow associate that's how many is available for buy.
Just look at BlackRock, and with their big last buys, they're buying up like an entire month's worth of miner supply. So it's just like a snowball effect, because they start buying a full month's worth of supply, or countries start buying up the supply, and the miners become more lucrative to mine because the price of the coin goes up, and it's now everybody wants to get into mining. So it's just like a self-fulfilling prophecy on this.
Yeah, and then they make it deflationary. I mean, because basically, if they're eating up the supply, because Bitcoin is not deflationary, Bitcoin is inflationary, because there's tokens being added every day.
Right.
And now, if they're eating up all of that and then some, well, then you have a deflationary. I mean, again, you got to look at how many are available to buy the circulating supply. You got to throw that number out the window, because it doesn't matter. You could have a quadrillion supply, and if everybody's holding, and there's only 17 tokens available to buy for the world, shit's gonna go crazy, man.
It's funny because we use our fiat money to buy crypto, right? And the government can literally just like print it. There's like, nope, print more. And we use this now, what will be fake money, to buy our real Bitcoin currency, and we just load the fuck up.
Yeah, there's no. You would think on your. You would think
oh,
on your.
The dollar's worth nothing. Too bad. We have all of this Bitcoin we bought, suckers.
Can you imagine if you had $100 bill and it says 1 of 1 billion, like 2 of 2 billion? You know exactly that there's only 2 billion $100 bills out there, but they print it up all the time. Yeah, so you have no. We don't even know how much cash has actually ever been printed. They say that they do, but we gave certain countries. I will not say too much in the Middle East. That we gave them our own printing presses, guys.
Don't worry about that billion over there.
Yeah, we had countries that would print up their own money. We sent everything over. We sent them from the Federal Reserve, sent over things so people can print their own money. So we don't even know how much money has actually been printed. So that's what's crazy. So,
Like, did we send printing presses, ink, and paper?
Yes, everything. Yep.
That's wild.
I won't tell you how I knew that, but there were some Middle East countries that had that. That basically that's how we would pay them.
Money printing shops.
Well, that's how the United States would pay them for crude oil and certain things like that. They would just print up. They would allocate. Say, go ahead. You can print up a $10 billion. Because how are you gonna it saves on the wire transfer fees, right? So you just print them.
Yeah. We trust you. Don't worry.
Yeah, just keep on going.
Make sure you do exactly 10 million though.
Because here's the thing, guys. You got the paper, you got the ink, you got the press. Have at it.
Makes me think about what was it like Lethal Weapon 3. They're like printing money.
Like, I just want like a warehouse. Like, actually, I want a hangar, right? I need an airplane. I need a very fast sports car, and I need a money printer in my hangar. And this way, I'll just like print like a milli. Take the jet, go to Vegas.
And you need a monocle though, for sure.
Oh, I honestly,
hold on.
I went through a phase in my life where I did.
Isn't that a Bad Boys movie?
Go ahead, Neil.
Isn't that a Bad Boys movie?
With like Mike Lowry.
With Mike Lowry.
You want Mike Lowry? It could be. I don't know. I just thought of it. Like, it would be cool to have an airplane hangar as like my man cave / office. And then, like, instead of like, Bruce Wayne had the Batmobile in the Bat Dungeon or whatever it was, Bat Cave. Like, I just want a jet in my man cave. And then I'm just like, hey, I want to go somewhere. Bring the fam. Boom. We fly away. Come back. All right. The fam's got to go back in the, we got the chauffeur to take the fam back, and daddy's going to hang out in the man cave. Trade.
Pretty cool, man.
Trade some meme coins, print some monies.
Hell yeah.
Y'all are welcome. Y'all are welcome to my man cave. Only the men, though, unfortunately. Sorry, ladies. Listen.
Think we get
at the end of the day, you all ladies you got enough space. You got enough places to go. And I'm telling you, like, let's just take the example of, let's go to Target. Let's go to Target and let's look at the men's clothing section size versus the behemoth that is the women's clothing section size. We don't get enough stuff that's just for dudes. So, ladies, sorry, you're not welcome to my airplane hangar man cave. That's for the dudes only, the fellas.
Oh, do you know what's even worse than that? My wife, we went shopping at, I think it was like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, because she's like, oh, there's some great deals over here. So going that, she's like, oh, honey, go check the men's section. I went over, and there's like 15 feet, like one clothes hanger.
Guys get nothing. We get nothing. We're simple people. I get we're simple people.
God forbid if you wanted to find men's shoes, there was like 6 pairs of Adidas size 17. Like, what the fuck is this?
You want some? Yeah. I know those places. You go there, you could get like size 17 Fila cleats for football.
Yeah. Yeah, you need some 19, running cleats. There you go.
You find like a 6 shirt, it's all triple XL. You're like, come on, man.
This ain't the big and tall store. What the heck?
Or they got jeans, waist size 28. Like, what the fuck? 28-inch waist. No, but if anything, back to crypto real fast. I think, what a hell of a time we live in, man. What a beautiful time, regardless of what it's doing, the positivity. What an adventure we're on, and I'm happy to be here. That's all I can say.
Hell yeah. I mean, so are we feeling that bull market energy? Like, have you shifted away from the negativity that was the bear market? Like, I'm telling you, when we get to a certain point, like, you're just going to wake up and you're just going to be like, my portfolio went up more. It's just going to be every day. You're going to be like super fucking happy.
It's still mixed because you got to realize there's still, I mean, not only with my project, but I'm friends with so many other devs and different projects, so there's some beautiful projects out there that are still getting hammered right now. So just because there's been an influx of rushing out. So no, I don't think this is just a taste of what's coming. Yes, it's wonderful to see the big boys, marching up at a nice pace, but this really hasn't hit home for a lot of people, because I know a lot of people, and you guys, is everybody up here, up 6, 8 figures, 7 figures in your portfolio? No,
Not yet.
Right? So we're just waiting for the rest of you guys and all your beautiful gaming tokens, meme coins, whatever, utility tokens. We're waiting for that. We're waiting for your 50x, 100x, right? So that you guys get the stuff. But right now, it's just the start, man. I don't feel like we're
Sorry, I didn't mean to,
because if it was the full thing, all of you guys wouldn't even be in here. You guys would all be on vacation, and Jay Chains would open this up, and it says 1 attending. Like, everybody made their fucking money, they're gone, right? We're not there yet, so
we're getting there.
But you can
hopefully.
see it trickles. It trickles, man. I'll tell you. Wait for Bitcoin and Ethereum and these other big tokens to tap out. Really push up, and then people are like, yeah, let's go run up some of these other meme coins, utility tokens, gaming tokens. We haven't seen the resurgence in the NFTs, so I think there's a lot of positivity to come, and I think that's what 2025 is going to be about.
Oh, dude, and this is like the appetizer. This might even just be we might have just gotten the bread basket. We might not have even gotten our appetizer yet. That could happen in like the next 6 weeks, right? And then 2025 is going to be the main course and dessert. It is going to be amazing. Y'all are gonna. I can't wait till we hit like the disbelief phase, when you're like, what? Speaking of, last night I went and saw the XRP movie. By the way, if you get a chance to see that, I would go see it. And also, like, I was sitting there watching it, like, basically Ethereum got a free fucking pass by the SEC to not be a security, even though they didn't even fucking check that it was a security. We don't want it to now be deemed as a security, but I will tell you, I was sitting there watching that, and I was getting mad. I was thinking, man, I should sell all my fucking SEC or ETH right now. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was hot miking. But I totally agree with you. I think ETH was the one they chose, just to kind of let it slide and everything. Considering there's wasn't there like a pre-sale or like a pre-mine or something like that? It wasn't a fair launch. Like, there's definitely pre-mine.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, even with all of that stuff,
there. It was an ICO. It was an initial coin offering.
Right.
I was part of it.
Right. Yeah, and like,
we waited a long ass time for it to come out too, but that was 2014 maybe is when it first, or was it early 2015? I can't remember.
It was an ICO, but like, I believe it was pre-mined. Like, a lot of the people got in, the people inside got the mine.
Oh yeah. Oh no, they were mining. There was already massive supply already out, and because I started mining it in September of 2015, and there was already.
As like a XRP holder, I've already been through that part of the cycle. It gets better, man. When you find out all that information, the Lubin speech, the Hinman speech, and you find all that out, and you're so angry about XRP getting screwed. I've been there. You will get through this as well.
Oh no! I'm not
the light ahead of our XRP tunnel. I got you. I got your back. It's okay.
Listen. My XRP bag, like, I had bought into XRP and sold XRP years ago. I didn't participate. I didn't hold through all that shit. I literally bought back in maybe this year at some point, right? So like, I'm up like on my XRP, and it's fucking almost 90 cents today or something like that. It's the number one, 87 cents. It's the number one gainer, up almost 20% today. So I never had the pain points that the XRP army did. But I'm telling you, like, and I knew a lot about the case, but there was so many things that in that movie, in the documentary, that I didn't know. And I'll tell you what, it didn't make me mad about XRP. It made me mad about ETH, which was crazy. Like, it's bullshit. Like, to know that Jay Clayton, the fucking SEC guy, was getting payments to his lawyer firm for pushing this thing through.
Yeah, from Ethereum. Yeah,
from
exactly.
the Ethereum Foundation. So fuck Charles.
In his last day in office, then he sues the XRP just to like literally set them back as far as he can, and then he goes and joins a crypto company.
Yeah, it basically, and it's like, on his way out, like his last day in office, he does this, and then they bring in Gary basically to spearhead this whole thing, take the L, and then now he's on his way out. Like, it's so fucking crazy. It was all just
now this motherfucker might be in Trump's. He might be in Trump's. Can't remember what position, but in his cabinet. Jay Clayton's being nodded for one of the huge positions.
Let me take a look. It was wild, but if you guys get a chance to see it, XRP Unleashed, man, definitely do that. I don't know what the schedule is and where they're traveling around. They were here in Atlanta last night, so AJ, myself, Ben and Cassie went down there, and it was really, really good. It was really, really good. You guys know me, I don't like movies at all. This was a documentary, but and I didn't fall asleep at all. I usually fall asleep in theaters, but this was a crypto one, so I stayed awake, and it was really good. Neil, what you got, brother? Neil's probably busy. He said he's got to do some drone stuff today. So
I think he fell asleep with his hand up.
I'm just giving him a high five in case that's all he wanted.
Sometimes you just need a high five in life. Hey guys, appreciate you being here. Wow. It is 9:30. It is Pizza Friday. Make sure that you smash the like, hit the heart, do the thing that you got to do to bring more people in here. Because guess what? We're going to announce some winners. We got $500 in the VHS token that we are going to be giving away. Remember, Be Kind, Rewind, all that stuff, Nostalgia Play is a Solana-based token. I think we should do, we probably got to do like a Saturday meme coin-a-thon soon. Feel like we're due for one of those days. Yeah. The Shill Fest, if you will.
Oh, I'm always down for weekends.
Do the old meme coin Shill-a-thon. Let's see who's got the loudest communities. But this one is fun for me. Like I like this. And one, I know the person who launched it. Two, it's not a cat. It's not a fucking dog. It's not an animal. It's not some bullshit. It literally is like something that for an old guy like me, it's fun. It's Blockbuster. You can have fun with it.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Blockbuster. Me and my family would always have like a Friday night. We go get some movies, get some KFC or Swiss Chalet or something like that, and go get some and then sit and watch movies all night.
So I know what Swiss Chalet is. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I know what KFC is. What is Swiss Chalet?
Swiss Chalet is like pretty much like a rotisserie chicken place. I've been going there since I was a kid. So they have like rotisserie chickens with their own special gravy and all that kind of stuff like that.
Essentially, it's Blockbuster, and you get all the candy at the front, right? You get like you're like, I want that whole bag of chocolate, and it only costs like a couple bucks.
Do you remember Clodhoppers?
You didn't have to be poor. You're just like, wow, we can actually have food at this place that will let us take home new movies.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Blockbuster, who's actually watching right now.
Yo, what's up, fam? We'll be announcing our winners in just a little bit here. Appreciate you guys for setting that up. And I got them. I'm going to send them to you guys today.
And speaking of how times change, I was just coming out of a Walmart and they were ripping out the red box. So I didn't realize that red box, the last of like get your DVD done. I think the company completely went under. So
they still have those?
Wasn't there?
Yeah, they were ripping the whole thing out. The guys were, they didn't even care, man. There was like damage to the wall. They're just pulling the son of a bitch out.
Wasn't there something with like? Was it like Netflix offered to buy them? There's some story with like one of those companies where like someone offered to buy them. They said, go fuck yourself. And like, that was it. They died.
I think Netflix went to them, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, I remember the story.
Like, you can buy us or we can partner or some shit.
Do you remember when Netflix, you could actually get DVD sent to you?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, exactly.
And they said it was easier to send out a DVD through the mail than to stream it for cost, because that's what back in the day, it would cost more to stream a movie. If you think of it, being 1 or 2 gigabytes of data, it was easier for them to mail that out, and that was the quickest way and the most cost-effective way to then eventually everybody started to get cable or
right.
versus dial up, and you weren't paying per megabyte or gigabyte of data, and there you go.
Well, it is crazy, right? Like humans, like we tend to go in cycles. So then like Netflix came and they're like, well, we'll just take that chance, and then they pushed like Blockbuster to the side and everybody else, right? And then now we're getting back to like the vintage point where people love touching stuff again. We see like records coming back.
If Blockbuster was smart, they would have been the pioneer. They would have been the Netflix.
Yeah.
They would have just pivoted to that, and they could, instead of us going to watch the fight, tonight, it would have been watching the fight in Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Again, I just saw the last Kmart that they just shut that down.
That was
and
Alaska,
we have the
right?
Sears here. Yeah, I think so. There's one, and there's only 6 Sears left, and there's one here in Florida at the Florida Mall, and that's on its way. My wife and I walked through it. It was like death warmed over. Half the store is empty, But yeah, it's just times change. You got to innovate, and that's the same thing with crypto, man. Things you got to be quick. You got to be able to adapt, or you just get passed. And it's and then again, exactly that. Things revert, right? And
did you guys
everything
know
comes back?
There is actually a Blockbuster still open?
Yeah, in Oregon.
Yeah, in Bend, Oregon. I had no clue. I thought, man, that's wild. We got to take a field trip to Bend.
You don't even have to do that. Check their schedule. They have traveling. There was one here. They have a traveling Blockbuster that goes around the different countries, at different events. So you can actually, they set up like a little store, and you can go in and buy movies and things like that. And yeah, check it around. They're on it happens a lot here in Florida. I've seen it a couple times. So.
Oh, what's happening? 9:30 bell. Dumpski. What if they want to close that fucking gap today? They're like, guys, we screwed up. Let's close it up today. I'll be one happy mother chucker. I'll tell you that.
What do you need to? It's a 88.7. What's your number? We need to get to. So let's just all say a little prayer to the universe. It hits the number so you can get out, so they can go back up.
I wanted
that
to go.
Way you win.
I wanted to go all the way down to where I really want to put in a long, because I just this is like it was like a tiny amount of my account, right? I want to literally catch this thing, come down, close up the gap, get to our support of like that high, the high 78, 79 range, whatever, wherever we need to collect to rally to rip back up. That's what I want, so that I could short it on the way down and then long it on the way up. I mean, I'm not far from, being a wash, right?
Well, we'll see if the universe, hey, the universe may want you to get your $632 profit at the expense of $400 billion for everybody else. Just shear it off so JT to get, hey, I got my 630. I'm long.
It's not just me.
Now, guys.
It's not just me. I will tell you that. Let's look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. That's something you guys.
Oh, it's not you. It's you and about 10 million other people that are doing the same thing.
I'm a bull. I am a bull. I'm just realistic. I understand that. Listen, we just went up too fast without having anything to prop us up. And I know that we've had a little bit of support here in the 90s. But if you think, guys, there's all right, let's go to symbol, and I want to go to the 3-day. There is, I'm going to share this tab. So you guys, if you're watching the live stream, probably a couple $1 billion in the $86,000 range, right? Now let's zoom this thing out to the weekly so that we can get a little bit lower. It's not as bad as you think, actually. There's actually not as much. Wow. There's actually not as much leverage down below as you'd think.
Yeah, because I think people are getting punished.
Huh.
Because, again, when it goes up that fast, right, it really punishes the shit out of the shorts. So you take it in the shorts.
Well, I'm saying, even the longs, I feel like, so at 86,000, almost even, there's, there's about $750 million, or a third of $1 billion, right? $316 million in liquidation at that level. But that seems to be the hotspot. That's it. So there's actually, it doesn't seem like a lot of fucking longs in. Usually you would see billions of dollars down here if we were. I think people are afraid, man. I think people are expecting this thing to come down. That's why they don't have the longs in. I could be wrong. I could be dead fucking wrong. What do you guys think? We'll go Matty J and then Neil.
I'll defer to your good judgment on longs and leverage, my friend. I don't actually use leverage. I got burned in 2017, and I never went back to trading after that. I just been a holder and a buyer of spot.
Smart.
I was
Also,
wondering,
guys, go ahead.
anybody on the stage? I was wondering if anybody on the stage bought any 1v1 art, NFT art last bull run as a sort of a, you know, they like art, and do they buy any?
Yeah, probably. That's like one of those things, man. I gotta, at some point, I'm sure there's a lot of us in the same position, have to go back and find the old wallets, see what you still have. Like, there's probably coins and NFTs that I've just completely forgotten about at this point. And at some point, you'll hopefully remember. I have like notebooks, you know, in several places of my life that have seed phrases. And every now and then you find one and you type in the seed phrase and you're like, oh, cool. Nice. Like, I just got access to my original Binance account from 2017. I just gained access back to it. And lo and behold, baby, I had $5 in BNB. Let's go. That shit was probably dust. Because here's the deal.
Hey, luckily they didn't seize your account for non-activity.
I know.
Like, oh, it's ours now. You're not around for 2 years. You're dead. So we're going to take it. Because some of those exchanges, if you do not come in at a certain period of time, they will seize all your stuff because they're considered a dead account, and then they claim it. That's part of their rules. It's crazy, man. Oh no, yeah, collection of NFTs. I have literally thousands from 2020, 2021. I own half a collection of an entire thing.
I was more referring to the 1v1 art space. I mean, we saw art we saw photography go to 30,000 US for a photograph for, I think it was Drifter Shoots or something like that last bull run. And I was just wondering if anybody cashed in that way.
No. So not one-on-one art. Not me. That was not my strategy.
Yeah. In all my entire crypto career, I always got my ass handed to me in NFTs. I've never made any money.
Like, yeah.
So basically a rug, every NFT I gotten into, pretty much a rug. So every single one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, I minted a free NFT, and I'm pretty sure that was what caused my wallet drain to happen. So
That sucks, Mike, man.
The NFT was the rug.
If you guys got into NFTs, what are your top 5 picks for blue chips that are going to come back?
Kid Called Beast. Pudgy Penguins, obviously. They didn't really. It's like it's the top ones, right? You got Pudgy Penguins, Kid Called Beast, in my opinion. Man, I'm having a hard time thinking about. I mean, Bored Ape will. What'd you say?
What was the panda one? That seems to be quite popular now.
Oh, Kira?
The Kampai Panda one? No,
that's the one. Yeah, Kampai Panda. Yeah.
So that's like Ice Bags. Those guys, they're doing like the Dirty Boxing League and stuff too. So like they're going to be integrating a lot of what they do there. I think. Listen, and MMA has found a nice little home in crypto. So we'll see how that works out. There's another one. It's not the Pudgy Penguins. It's the other one. Sappy Seals. Are they still a thing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like yes, they are. Azuki too, right? Azuki's kind of big.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be successful or not, but those trading cards for the Karate Combat players, those are pretty cool. I actually really like those.
Like the stick bug ones that Postmaster.
Yeah, man. There's something I like the idea of like opening like digital packs and like getting like collectibles stuff like that, so like sports or whatnot, or even like the Karate Combat the fighters. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
And not have to store them either, right? Like you don't got to worry about damaging them. You just open it, you get the cool dopamine. You're like, cool, I can just put this away in my digital wallet.
What do you guys think about?
Yeah, like I grew up with video games and having skins and stuff. So it's so normal to me to have like digital collectibles now.
So,
well, one thing I learned today, real fast, interrupt you, is I should have invested in ice bags. And all this entire time on my NFT collection, I was investing in dirt bags. So
now that I train a lot harder, I have fully invested in ice bags and ice packs and all sorts of things. Chris on X said crypto punks. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like they held their value probably better than a lot of the other collections. But at the end of the day, to me, that's pixel art, and I fucking hate pixel art. Like that is not something that I like at all. And that's just my preference, right? So yeah, they'll probably do their thing because you got a lot of rich people that are hanging on to them, and they'll hold the floor, and they were there early, and they did the right thing, yada yada yada. So I think punks will be an establishment in the institution of NFTs, 100%. But it's not my thing. I just like Sandbox and all that shit. Like all that stuff can go away for all I care. Like that is child stuff.
It's a weird space because now that we're doing I'm creating NFTs daily, and because they're all prize NFTs, and the funny part is not one person in my community will even sell one. So it's literally an NFT that no, they got value, but no one wants to resell them because they get prizes. So it's like, yeah, it's a weird thing, man. I don't know what to tell you with NFTs.
But
do you think NFTs are going to have a run like they did last time? Like, do you think it's going to be crazy, or do you think it's going to be more of a select few that do well and like 90% of them don't?
It all depends on, are they building? A lot of the collections that go away, it's because like the founders made their money and they don't give a fuck anymore. And so if they are still there building, cultivating a community, the community is positive, and all that stuff is happening, they will be successful because that is the community, and that's the country club. But if any of those components are missing, they're fucked.
All right, can I give my 3 cents? I think the NFTs.
No, you have to give your 2 Satoshis. You're a Bitcoin OG. Give your 2 Satoshis.
Here's the thing, guys. I think NFTs that have utility are the ones. So the NFTs are linked to gaming and other different things. I think NFTs have a huge future, but they have to have utility. So outside of maybe select artists, I don't know if there's any future for NFTs that are all these things. They're just sitting there. I think their time is, sometimes you have your moment and then it's over. But I think people that do NFTs with utility is going to be the future, man.
Yeah, I think artists, like, let's just talk generative collections. I think the days of launching like an amazing top tier blue chip generative collection is probably over, especially for PFPs. People will always need PFPs, but nobody's going to need a 10K collection that pops up to do that anymore. I think what we've got, what's established, is great for all of that stuff. We've got several people in our community that create art as NFTs. We'll use Sandra as an example here. I think Sandra's NFT collection future and art as what she does, bright future, right? And I think there's people who are artists, they have bright futures as NFT creators and all that stuff, because that's the art ecosystem. But again, going back to the generative collection, that's over because that was the beta test. We had to learn what NFTs were, even what they were. Now, we've been saying this for a while. NFTs need to go to the next level. We need to use them for like real world shit, so that we can show, like, look what this technology does. It actually makes our stuff more efficient. It takes, get rid of middlemen and all this stuff. And I know that gets rid of jobs, but who fucking cares? Like, find something that is, you don't have to be a paper pusher. Like that, the days of being paper pushers are over. Like, that's what we got AI, and that's what we have tech for. So,
Can I say something that's real interesting because I got kids that are, from the ages of 5 to 15 years old. Mm-hmm. My kids are huge into Pokemon. And my kids are all digital, man. They know how to do everything online. They have cryptocurrency. They know all of that. Do you know what gets them excited? The actual physical, tangible holding the Pokemon card, because we send them off for grading. They come back. It comes out as a PSA Mint 10, and they know, holy cow, we got a Pikachu here, and it's worth $900. And they're holding that card in their hand, and they're excited about the physical touch of it, because this generation is all digital. So it's going to be very interesting to see how future generations, like NFTs, and it may be the combination of the both, the physical, the tangible, and the digital combining.
I can totally vibe with that. My daughter's the same way. Like, we play that new Pokemon TCG pocket game. She loves cracking the packs and winning the cards digitally. But like, every time we have people come over or other kids play with, she pulls out her Pokemon cards to touch and then just loves showing them off to everybody.
Yeah, Yeah, it's that physically having that in your hand and showing them like, hey, I have this is rare. You know, they're not sitting there running around with their phone, you know, because you're getting that visual, you get the touch, you get the look that nothing digital can do. But again, I think it's going to be the marriage of the two, and it's going to be interesting to see. You know, for us, we're all digital. It's going to be funny to see what my kids and grandkids, you know, maybe the physical media will come back because people want that and they feel more comfortable with having something in your hand versus it being on the blockchain. So it's going to be an interesting future.
Tip, you know, just like a typical woman, they want what they can't have. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding.
Don't we all, right?
I'm just kidding. Physical. Here we go. Blockbuster dropping a comment over on the X. Shout out to you, everybody that is watching the live stream. Physical media is back. You know, it's really interesting. You think about it. All of us now, we grew up in a tangible era. We shifted to this digital phase at some point in our life, and now, like, it would be cool to go back to, like, I know it sounds stupid, but like, I would potentially work out with like a Walkman, like a cassette tape Walkman on my hip. You know what I mean? Why not? Maybe with Bluetooth headphones, I don't want to be wired in, or like, remember those like headphones that you had to wear with like the thin little strip of metal over the top, and like, none of that. Just keep like your Bluetooth headphones. Yeah. But I would rock a Walkman.
I think there's a purity to the physical, tangible element, right? Because I know so many guys that are vinyl collectors, and you know they have the original Beatles album from in the '60s, and you can smell it, and you can feel it, and you can look at it at what it is, and you know, and it's all great. And they have, you know, they go to, you know, got their iTunes, and they got all their, you know, they can listen to the music, and it's beautifully mastered, right? But it's not the original. So yeah, I think you're going to have a combination of that. And, you know, again, the digital aspect could be the receipt of that, of both. But, you know, they already do that right now. My kids, we have the PSA vault. We send the cards off to the PSA vault. That we have a digital picture on thing. We have our entire collection on there. And we can request it back, but it can be safe. But we have a mix of it being basically digitally online, even though it represents a real product. And then physically, if we want to pull it out of the vault, we can have it, and the kids can look at it and do what they want with it. So you're using the digital media of it, because you can instantly sell it on eBay and that kind of stuff, and they can transfer ownership without ever transferring the physical media, but you can still get the physical media. So it's going to be interesting to see, especially with like NFT artists and things like that, if they start to do the combination of the NFT and then actually make the physical art where people can then actually maybe store it somewhere, and then they can actually get that NFT. Because if it's real art and you're creating it with your hands, whether it be digital, whatever the media, but I think the idea that people are going to like printed media, and I think there's a huge market for people if they can come across and somehow print, you know, the NFTs and actually make it so you can hang it on your wall and just not be a computer screen. I think that there's going to be a whole marketplace for that. And you know, if it's hanging on your wall, that's an NFT that's worth $1 million. But you got that piece of art that's worth exactly that too, because it represents that. It's a one-of-one or something.
Yeah, I'm excited for the future of all this stuff. Matty J, what you got for us, brother?
I think there's room enough for everybody. Everybody that wants something tangible, and then there's also a new market.
Talking about
a new market. I've got an audience, and somebody's drilling through concrete. That's just great. I think there's room for everybody. The people who want the tangible, and there's going to be massive. There's another billion gamers coming to crypto in the next 3, 4, 5 years, and I think that's going to bring a lot of. It's not just going to bring people into gaming. It's going to bring people into buying crypto in general. So the markets, the adoption, the whole thing's going to go parabolic, just like all the other adoption curves. And so there's room for everybody. Well, the old school, like the issuance of the classic blue chip NFTs, if you want to name them like punks, and similar collections from say 2017. And of course, the earlier stuff that's been minted on Bitcoin, all that stuff is a microscopic issuance. And like if we look to baseball cards from say the 50s and old school American baseball cards that are selling for $100,000 each. You know, they don't have a community that's building around them. They're just being collected because they're cool and they're old and they were the first and they were the classics. I think that's where punks are. I think they're just the coolest thing that Ethereum made very early on, and it's going to suck in. It's a cult classic. It's never going away.
Say that to the crypto kitties.
It's only going to. Sure. I mean, why not? I don't. Crypto kitties, exactly. You know, that's a cult following too. And in time, as years go on.
Do you guys think that crypto kitties, and Gringo will get your hand after this, do you think crypto kitties was ultimately the demise for the beginning of the end for Ethereum as a viable chain for normal retail people? Even though we still participated in the whole fucking NFT craze. But knowing that like that basically crashed the ecosystem, that's where we realized that gas got fucking way out of control. You know what I mean?
No, it was the other side that did that. When
I do know what you mean.
Yeah, that's when the $6,000 Gwei fee.
Yeah.
To go mint a $2,500 NFT, it cost you $4,000 to $6,000 in gas fees. Yeah.
Well, that was like when the Bored Apes too. Like at one point, it was to mint the Bored Ape, which was like fucking nothing. They were basically giving those things away, but it would cost like $2,000 in ETH to facilitate that transaction. And it was like, I know a lot of people who didn't mint because of it.
I will tell you this much: you gone through it. It created a big divide between the crypto community and the NFT community because you pitted each other. Because when the NFTs would come out and be minted, it basically mean if you're on Ethereum, you couldn't do anything, or you're paying through the nose. So it basically created like a rift, and that's why you still see it to this day that not everybody that's a cryptocurrency person is an NFT person, and the NFT people aren't necessarily crypto people. So it created like a civil war because it wasn't complementary to crypto. When the NFTs were minting and the fees went through the roof, it was not complementary to anybody that had a cryptocurrency.
No, but I think
that's why sorry.
No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. You're good.
Oh no, I was going to say that's why we now have all these layer 2s and side chains on Ethereum, and that's why I think we'll see a rise of NFTs on those other chains that are on top of Ethereum. Like Polygon should do really well. Those NFTs. I mean, there's a lot of good games on there. Arbitrum, Optimism. There's just a lot of stuff going on. But real quick, as well, I posted up above Courtyard. I don't know if anyone mentioned that. So everything you guys are talking about is starting to happen. And like Courtyard, for example, I'm pretty sure, I think they're on Polygon. So that's where, if you want to have physical collectibles, it would make more sense on there for the average collector. Whereas the big boys with the big toys and all the money, all the bougie crowd, they don't mind L1 Ethereum spending $2,000 in gas fees. Although I do think we will see gas fees go down with these new implementations on chain. But anyway, that's my 2 cents.
2 Satoshis.
Yes, sir. 2 Satoshis.
Y'all ship up. Y'all gonna ship up or shape up? Whatever. I'm just kidding. You're not. No one's getting kicked out for saying 2 cents. But we gotta start saying 2 cents.
I deserve it. No, someone just spank me. Someone. I deserve it.
Spank me, daddy.
Oh boy.
But
All right.
I will tell you this much.
It's Friday.
When you guys get so filthy rich, it's not quite as much fun to cover yourself on digital Bitcoin as to, lay in a bed of $100 bills. So, I'm just saying.
Oh my God. I believe like snow angels.
You know what? Here's what I'll do is I will take just some standard printer paper and I will cut it up into bills and just write BTC on it. And then I will roll around in my paper Bitcoin.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some mining hardware, get that water from the mine when it's warm and nice and hot and just pour it all over your nipples. That's what you do. When I win the bowl, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to gather up this hot mining water and just dump it on myself. Anyway, love you guys.
What's that movie with the stripper on the stage and she has the light and the water goes on from her head? It's an old movie back from I think the 90s. But that's what's going to happen. I'm going to be sitting there with the chair, and it's just money, dollar bills will be pouring down on my head.
Hell yeah. All right. Let me see here. I need to do something. Let's go.
I need to do something, yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. So, all right. I will post these up into the breakfast table, but I would like to be the first to congratulate Carl X280_X, The Darkness Fell, Corey the X, Anti_Hero_ETH, and Official Mr. Dude. The 5 of you, and it is what it is. I know Mr. Dude's a co-host, but he still wins because I was running this from my thing, and I know people are like, well, standard employees
get VHS.
VHS. So the 5 of you just won $100 in VHS. I will shoot you a DM, get that soul address, and I will send that to you shortly here. Congratulations to the 5 of you. That's $500. Y'all are getting pizza today. Y'all have to order pizza. And speaking of, hey, Mama Mia, Papa Pia, it's time to order some pizzeria. We'll start with Matty J, brother. What are you ordering today? No pizza.
I'm making burgers.
A burger?
I'm making burgers. Yeah, I make burgers on a Friday, and then we eat candy, chips, and chocolate.
All right. Well, no fucking pizza for you then. Jesus. Neil, what kind of pizza would you like? Neil's flying a drone right now. Mike, Modern Canadian, what kind of pizza?
Oh, we're definitely going to get some full bacon strips, pepperoni, and some green peppers and onions.
Okay, I like that. M Kid, my guy. What kind of pizza are you getting today?
Let's throw some Italian sausage on it. Sounds a little gay, but it's delicious.
That's why it's delicious.
There you go. Hey, sometimes I'll even ask my wife that. Be like, hey, do you got any Italian in you? She goes, no, you know that. I'm like, you want some? All right. Gringo, which pizza?
Slice meatball with that Italian sausage.
There you go. Neil, before I go to Mr. Dude, are you back with us? Can you do your pizza order? Nope. All right. Well, we'll just send him a cheese pizza. Mr. Dude.
I will have a barbecue chicken one again. It was so good last week.
Nice. That sounds wonderful. And you guys know I'm still on the no carbs. I've tried pizza a couple different ways throughout this little adventure. I'm now like 2 weeks and some change away from the fight. So no pizza for me today. But what actually is a really good alternative, and I do enjoy it, I call it my pizza bowl. And I will just take a couple scoops of pizza sauce. I am now at the stage where I shred my own cheese because you guys have convinced me that that's the right way. It's the more healthy way. So I shred some fresh mozzarella and then throw a bunch of pepperonis into a bowl. And that's my pizza bowl. So having a crustless pizza bowl today that I am. I know my family will just have normal pizza. It'll smell good. I'll be really depressed, but in a positive way, because the light at the end of the tunnel, the prize at the end of all of this is to bring home a gold medal for the CFN heavyweight crypto fight night title. Let's fucking go. Have a great fucking weekend, guys. Do some cool shit. Make yourself rich. Trade those meme coins. Short Bitcoin in the short term. Don't do what I'm doing. You guys just wait for your entries, then long the fuck out of it, because probably next week we're going to kick back off. I'm hopeful that the stonk bros and the institutional boys that have their money tied up in that gap are ready to call it quits, capitulate, close it up, and then let's get back to the party next week. Love you guys. That's it. Ciao for now, my friends.